Well, hey, Internet, it's Steve at Thousand Year Homes. Welcome aboard. Me and Bob Ross say howdy. So today I'm going to try to finish up doing the conduit in here. It's not too bad. I'll tell you, pulling the insulation all the way through has really reduced the value of heat in here. Instead of radiant heat, now I have whatever it is outside, but it is 87 outside on a spring day. It's going to be another hot year. So very close to finishing up. Let's see, I've got a little bit of conduit done in this bedroom, nothing in the bathroom, and almost done in the back bedroom. So I'm going to do that. In addition, I told you I had a little night stalker mouse coming in here. So the outdoor has got away with me with the rain. I'm glad that I'm not in an environment where there's lots and lots and lots of rain. So I think I'll put you up on stop motion maybe while I get out the weed whacker and at least push things away from the foundation. You know, I don't want to be dealing with such a thing. I want a nice, clean, neat house and no one want to guess. So I do have bunnies living underneath that Connex, and well, I'm fond of them. But I will run them off eventually. Eventually I will run them off. But for the moment, they come out at night and play. Sometimes they get pretty noisy banging around out there. I'm surprised at how noisy they are. But I am enjoying them. I lost dear Reggie, right? So I'm enjoying having the spirit of Reggie, the wild Reggie that can handle the world as it is. So, but let me do some weed whacking. I'll put you on stop motion while I do that. Move you around a little bit, get that done. Just so that I got a week's worth of rain coming up. I'm so glad the drought is over, but at least that way everything will be down when the rain comes, and I won't be factoring into the environmental load inside my Connex. The mouse has all this. What does he need? Anyway, the mouse is no more. I took care of the mouse. I am becoming quite the pacifist when a little mouse even concerns me. But yeah, you can't leave them around at all. So I got it 2 days. Within 2 days of it showing up, so I shoot them off. So. All right, let me do the weed whacking here. This is what I'm using on the farm. I am living in meadow, so dealing with weed control, meadow control is what I should call it. I've learned a long time ago, if you learn a plant's name, you won't call it a weed anymore. So I bought commercial twisted line. Don't mess around, just buy commercial twisted line. I got rid of the safety shield. Listen, a few people have stopped by and said, "Where's your safety shields?" Don't need it. It wears out as needed, and I have yet to get hit in the eye. I wear safety glasses. So I appreciate the world keeping me safe and everybody's recommendation, but I'm not going to listen to you. So you do you. I'll do me. In addition to this, with the commercial grade string on it, I also bought the little tiny tiller for it. This thing doesn't get very hot. It's one of the carbon fiber shaft in here. It's one of the cooler ones that I've had. But this is me using that for the day. And these 18-volt batteries, they're strong. Let me show you my messy solar in here that I've got. So this is just the garage solar. I'm running this Jackery here. And it's got a couple of 100-watt panels, two 100-watt panels up on the ceiling, and then you know, I swap out the chargers as needed. It runs this shed, and then I charge these Ryobi, you know. So I don't know what this one is at. That's full. So and then these are for my chainsaw and other items. Really can recommend that. A Jackery with a couple of 100-watt panels. You always have power enough. And definitely the 18-volt Ryobis are doing the job. Yep, can recommend. I'm going to get this out. There is a thunderstorm. I can hear it rattling in the distance. So I'm going to go ahead and get this put up and wrap everything up. All right, let's do a little walkabout. See if I've got it all. I do, don't I? Took care of the weeds all the way around. That's not to say the mice still won't climb up through the pylons and get up and go visit, but at least that way my house is a little less tempting. My construction house. And I do like a meadow. It's beautiful. You know, the wildflowers out there. For those who are wondering about wine cups, those are Texas wine cups right there. Beautiful. And I've tried to save any blue bonnets that I saw. Let them turn to seed. But you know, the field's got a certain beauty about it. All wild. I can hear the bees buzzing real thick. This I'll mow out a little bit further, I think. I use this courtyard. Another day. That's for another day. I'm still parking in between. I did a good job on that. Got that all taken care of. Got the water station taken care of. Ready for next week's rain. It's going to rain like every other day. Back here I've got a washer and dryer. I do put mothballs under that from time to time. I've got solar panels. Hope they're in good shape. I'm cleaning out my my pop-up camper, so I've got all the rugs out in the sun. There's another patch of flowers I couldn't bring myself to mow. I really couldn't. Little, wherever they are. I'll let them go to seed. Mow them later. This guy, I think it's a Cosmo. He's looking a little peaked like I got close, but I'm going to leave him be and see if he blooms. But then I got on this side of the pop-up trailer, that looks good. And then, you know, I'm still working on the garden, so I mowed away a little bit so that I know where to work and how to work, when to work. I mowed Hank's area, so it's clear. So everything that needs to be taken care of so that I can keep working without being all in wet weeds. I don't want to be in wet weeds. I took care of. Earlier today, the right out here in this field, the turkeys were walking around. Wild turkeys. That's certainly delightful. And the bunnies, they live right there. I just can't bring myself to evict them yet. I'll get around to it. But I'll do it with kindness. I'll run them off somehow or another. I'll give them a little box or something to hide under. A steel box. Well, thank you for watching my video of me mowing. Weed whacking, really. Twice a year I get out the mower deck after the annual season for the flowers, and I go ahead and mow that. I want blue bonnets, and I want daisies, and want Indian pinwheels, and I want fire blankets, and all those good things, right? So, but listen, anybody who thinks that it's totally romantic to live in a meadow yard are absolutely right. I am not complaining here one bit. The little bit of mowing that I have to do is nothing compared to the hard work that people who have a manicured lawn have to do. And when I do mow, it smells like every exotic spice in the world. The lantana and the cedar and sage and the orient. I tell you, it could just take you away. I know it might be rough if you got the ragweed problems. I know I'm going to be stuffed up tomorrow. But well worth the moment. And, you know, I just can't have little critters living in my property, so I got to mow it away to kind of tell them where to go, right? Tell them where to go. But listen, more people should be doing meadow yards. This is truly a blessing. I'm not complaining one bit. I'm going to go around and knock this out. I'm still working on the hugelkultur. I'm still doing work here, so I can't have weeds choking off what I'm doing. And some of these things that I'm letting grow up, I don't know if they're flowers. So I'm letting them grow up. And I couldn't bring myself to mow down the wine cups. So I left little tufts in the video here and there. And you might not notice it, but in the middle of there's little wine cups. So gotta leave them, right? Gotta leave them. Plus the butterflies close to the house. So it's every bit as romantic as they say. And I know when I watch like Lord of the Rings and I see the elves with their outdoor, indoor, and the leaves piled up inside their temples. And I'm like, man, that is so me. I'm absolutely there. In fact, it's hard to make me work inside the Connex, which is my living arrangement, because during the day I prefer to be out here. Doesn't take anything. Takes nothing to distract me to come out here. So meadow lawns. I think Americans should invest in meadow lawns more fully and give the bees and the butterflies something to do. You don't have to take care of them once they're established. They self-seed. They've used very little water. You know, all these flowers you see around me, I'm not watering. You know, and I had flowers last year, even during the drought. So, and to mow twice a year, come on now. That's so much easier than what you have to do with a green lawn. So anyway, I want to encourage that. Put in those meadow lawns. Give the Mother Nature back what she wants and breathe on it. It doesn't have to be weeds. You notice that I'm slowly getting rid of all of the nightshade, or no purple nightshade. I'm going around with a mattock and cutting them out. There'll be a video on that. Every time I go for a walk, if I walk once a day or twice a day, that's 700 times a year, if it's twice a day, that I'll be out there chopping weeds. And let's say I chop 100 weeds each time. Well, you know, that's 70,000 weeds. Did I do my math right? I don't know. Between 7,000 to 7,000. A lot of weeds. Anyway, I'm really enjoying this. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it very much. Like, subscribe, follow me along. Restorative agriculture. I'm trying to harmonize my life with Mother Nature around me and live off grid. I think I'm doing it fairly successful. This is 9 months into it about, and I'm slowly building a real nice house, but I'm living in a pop-up trailer, which I do not care for, to be honest, but I'm getting by, and a little crowded, a little damp sometimes, but getting by. So anyway, like, subscribe, follow me along. This part is restorative agriculture. Another video you'll look at, and it'll be building a Connex. So I'm doing two things: building a tiny home, doing restorative agriculture. So anyway, like, subscribe, follow me. Thanks much. Bye.